kids, powerful kids. When you're feeling healthy, every day is great fun. You play with your friends, help your family, enjoy the outdoors, and go to school feeling ready to learn. But when you don't feel healthy, things aren't so great. You don't feel like playing or learning or helping your family. Sometimes there's not much you can do about feeling sick. But there are lots of times when you can do something that will help you and your family not get sick. The air you breathe, how your family takes care of food, how you deal with trash, the water you drink. There are so many things that kids can do something about. We're going to teach you some things you should be careful about. Some things that you should avoid or stop doing, or teach others around you to stop doing. And finally, some things that you can do to get the grown-ups in your community to keep everyone safer and healthier. All kids have the power to make things better. Ready? Here we go! Water is everywhere in your life. You use it to bathe, clean things, cook with, and, most important, to drink. But if water isn't clean, it can make you sick. Germs, chemicals, and other things in the water can give you diarrhea. Sometimes you might not be able to see the bad things like germs in water that could make you sick, but they are there. Drinking and using clean water is one of the most important things you need to know about to stay healthy and full of energy. Here are some things you should not do. Stop playing near places where the water might be dirty. Any place where people might have put garbage or waste from going to the bathroom is not a good place to play because the water will have dangerous germs in it. Don't drink water from the streams and river near you. You can't be sure that it is safe. Stop using any unsafe water to clean your dishes and cups at home. The germs can stay on your things even after they're dry and could still cause problems. Don't touch any food if you haven't washed your hands with soap and clean water first. Germs from your hands can get on your food and then end up in your body. And here are things you should always do. Wash your hands after every time you use the toilet. Wash your hands anytime you might have touched anything that could have germs on it, even the toys you play with outside that have been in the dirt. And wash your hands well before you eat or help cook any food. Every time you wash your hands with soap and clean water, the germs go down the drain instead of on your food or your skin. And down the drain is a good place for them to go. Make sure the water you drink is safe. You can ask your parents to boil the family's drinking water for 3 minutes to kill off germs. Clean the water containers with soap and water too, and keep them closed up tight so germs can't get in. If you're not feeling well, if you have to go to the bathroom more often than usual, or if you have diarrhea, tell your parents or teacher right away. It might mean that some of the germs have gotten into your body. If you tell someone as soon as you feel sick, they'll get you the attention to kill off the germs so you can feel great again. You've got a lot of power, even if you're still very young. Talk to your parents. Get them to be careful that all the water in the house is clean and stored safely. Teach your brothers and sisters and friends to wash their hands after they play, before they eat or touch any food, and after they go to the bathroom. You and your friends can even make a list of things that could help make your water safer, like cleaning up areas where there's garbage or putting up fences around bad water to keep kids away. Get your parents or teacher to send the list to community leaders and ask them to do everything they can to make where you live a safe place for kids and their families. Remember, clean water and clean hands are good ways to keep kids healthy. What's the one thing you do every minute of every day? You don't think about it much, but you can't live without doing it. Breathing. Our brain tells our lungs to fill up with air so we can get the oxygen we need from the air we breathe. The problem is, sometimes the air out there can cause problems for our lungs, making it harder to get the oxygen our bodies need. Even on a clear day, there might be things in the air that can make us sick, even if you can't see them. Cars and trucks, fires outdoors, factories, farms, all of these can put out tiny particles into the air that might not be good for us to breathe in. Maybe you can't stop the cars or put out the fires, but there are some things you can do to keep yourself out of danger. Here are the things you should not do. Stop and check the air before you go outside. If you can see that the air isn't clear, you might see smoke or heavy dust, or if your community puts out an alert that tells you that the air isn't good that day, don't spend a long time outside, especially to play or work. When you play or work, you actually breathe deeper, which makes you breathe in more oxygen, and possibly more pollution that can hurt your lungs and your body. Stop playing in any areas that have a lot of dust in the air, like near roads where vehicles kick up dust as they go by. Find a clearer area to play. And here are things you should always do. Go inside and play if there's a lot of dust or smoke in the air outside. Go to safe areas. Play where the air is clear, away from cars and trucks, dusty areas, factories, or where people are burning things. If the air is cleaner inside the house or your school, that's a better choice. Tell your parents or teacher if you ever have any trouble breathing. If your chest feels tight or you're coughing a lot, or if your throat starts to burn when you breathe in, tell someone so they can get you some help. If you have asthma, an illness that makes it very hard to catch your breath, go to your clinic and get medical help. Asthma is an illness that feels bad and even scary if you have it. Being around bad air can make it worse. Healthcare workers can show you easy things to do if an asthma attack happens, so you can breathe easier again. Use your power to get the outside air cleaned up. Talk to people in your community about never burning trash or plastic. This can add even more pollution to the air and even make it poisonous to breathe. Get together with your friends and send your community leaders a list of ideas about what they can do to clean up the air. Give them a list of the things in your community that are polluting the air. Ask them to find ways to let everyone in the area know if it's a bad air day or a good air day, so people will know when it's safe to work or play outside. Safe air is a good way to keep kids healthy. When you're home, you feel safe. Your family is there to take care of you and make sure your home is a safe place to be. But what some grown-ups don't even know is that the air inside your house can sometimes be dangerous. Breathing in any kind of smoke, from the cook fire, a fireplace, or from cigarettes, is bad for your body. The things that smoke adds to the air get into your lungs and make it hard for you to breathe. They can even cause terrible diseases if you're around them for a long time. And breathing in smoke is especially dangerous for babies and young children. Even if there's no smoke in your house, sometimes things inside houses can get moldy. Mold grows on things that stay wet for too long. They can get into the air, and some molds are not good for us to breathe. To keep our lungs and bodies healthy, we need to breathe in clean, safe air. Here are the things you should not do. Stop grown-ups from smoking in your house or at your school. Smoking is just as bad for them as it is for anyone around them. Don't be around smokers. If someone is smoking near you, move to another place. Don't start to smoke yourself. Smoking is one of the worst things you can do to your body. Don't stay around the cook fire or fireplace, especially if you can see smoke from it coming into the room. Stop grown-ups from burning the wrong things. Some kinds of wood have chemicals and other things in them that will get into the air if they burn. Stop places in your house from getting wet and staying wet too long. Mold can grow inside, and then it can be very hard to get rid of. And here are the things you should always do. Ask your family to be sure that anything they burn is safe to burn. If they're not sure something is safe, throw it away. Don't take chances. If there is smoke in your house, from cigarettes or the stove or fireplace or anything else, get your family to make sure there is clean air coming in from the outside. That's called ventilation, and it means that you're pushing the bad air out of the house by bringing in clean air from outside. Maybe they could add a chimney or some vents that will draw the smoke out of the house before it ever gets in. If there are smoking parts of your house, try to stay away from those places. Play in another area or go outside until the smoke is gone. Tell your family members, your teachers, your friends about how bad smoking is for them. If you can get them to quit, that's a good thing for everyone. If they won't stop smoking, ask them to please not smoke when you or your brothers and sisters are around them. Keep yourself safe from breathing in cigarette smoke. Help your family clean up any areas in or around your house that have mold. Clean the area well and keep it clean and dry so the mold won't come back. Be a detective. If you think there's a strange smell in your house, tell a grown-up. It could be something dangerous, and getting rid of whatever's causing the odor will help keep your family from getting sick. You can help everyone in your community be safe from smoke. Design some signs or posters that tell people about keeping the air in houses clear of smoke and mold. Send them to community leaders and tell them how important it is to find ways to keep your indoor air clean. If we breathe in clean, safe air, our lungs get just what they need to keep our bodies and brains going at full power. And that's what we all need for a healthy life.